Alright, got my Flying V and got a attenuator on the amp. I've got it turned up to full blast. It's pretty quiet. Here's the volume up. Here we go. Well, hello, this is Kurt Reeves. Been a musician, singer, songwriter, recording producer, whatever I am. The Michelangelo of spraying Sherwin-Williams paint in bathtubs and whatnot. This is all about the proverbial Fender bullet hole Showman amp. I found this amp originally in 1985 at a club I was playing at, and a keyboard player, we were doing what was called a house gig. We'd play there 5 nights a week and played there for 5, 6, maybe a month or a year. At the end of the gig, the keyboard player pulls this Showman amp out of the back of some closet, said that somebody had left it there and never came back to get it. And by the way, I don't have blue hair. That's just this weird light that seems to follow me around a lot. But anyway, nobody wanted it, believe it or not. And sure, I'll take it. Well, it had a hole in the front of it. There were a lot of rumors as to how that really got there. And a lot of people would say, hey, is that a bullet hole? Well, you know, that for a while I wasn't really sure, but upon further investigation, come to find out that someone had actually drilled a hole in the front of it to put some kind of goofy knob, thinking it was a master volume or something. Really didn't do anything. When I got the amp, it was very nice. Time to open up the tuna. Yeah, I like that. That's not the amp there. That's a can of tuna. Anyway, so where was I? Yes, the amp had been drilled into and some goofy knob put in it, and it didn't really do anything. I really just had no idea. I knew it was a blackface Fender, which I knew was more valuable than the silver ones. Or, well, that might be up for. Well, yeah, I think the general consensus is the blackface ones are more pleasing to the ear. I know they're my favorites. 63, 67s, of course, then there's the way old ones that are way expensive. But this amp just got thrown around, not really thrown around, but it was just, nothing special. Tolex was a complete disaster. I think what was had to be torn off. And basically you sat in basements, rec rooms, storage lockers for quite a while. Really only recently did I find out how valuable these amps have become on eBay and so forth. And this amp, actually, which is right behind me, is really pretty good shape. Very good shape, considering it's not all rusty like a lot of them are. Well, anyway, this video is basically still entitled the Bullet Hole Fender Showman. It's a 1966 blackface Fender, and it sounds real good. It needs new tubes, needs some new filter caps. They're leaking. And I have a Fender Bassman that I really love a lot, and I played it in stereo with my Marshall JTM 45. Ran attenuators on both of them, ran the whole thing in stereo. The rig sounded great, but a lot of people don't like the idea of attenuators on amps, and they do eat up tubes quicker. But my Bassman, after several years, has held up fine, sounded great. I personally have had this amp now for about 25 years, and I know this is getting really boring. And so far, you know, I've decided that it's hard to be entertaining and technical and do things at the same time. But I have trouble walking. Oh, you should see me type too. Yeah, I have trouble typing and actually thinking at the same time. It's all another story. But anyway, this video is basically for whoever buys the amp. I'm going to put it up for auction on eBay. I have owned this amp for a long time, 25 years, and I don't have really an emotional attachment to it. Like I say, my Fender Bassman, my 65, is my baby pretty much. But if I were to keep this amp, that would be awesome. I don't really need it because I've got several amps already. So I just thought it'd be fun to restore it, and I hope that you'll join me and this isn't too boring. I'll probably edit this whole thing out right now that I've just done, but especially that opening the can of tune-up part.
It was pumpkin.
Oh yeah, okay. And so anyway, we're going to watch the transformation from this cabinet. Easier to pick up. Here's what's left of the tube chart, which is good. Alright, well, that's a pretty sight now, isn't it? That's the Showman, and it's sitting on top of my Bassman 212 cabinet. Alright, got my Flying V, and got a attenuator on the amp. I've got it turned up to full blast. It's pretty quiet. Here's the volume up. Here we go. Well, so there we have it. We have the Fender Bullet Hole Showman Blackface 1966 amplifier, and hope to see you soon on eBay. I'm going to put it up for auction, and then included with the auction will be the DVD, I guess, of the restoration process that I did, the nooks and crannies inside this 45, 6-year-old, 44 maybe even, wood inside the cab, you know, etc. And hope you enjoy it. And I thought maybe I'd go with the blue hair on this side for this segment, but we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.